Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic, and this is another reaction to the Monogatari series. It is season 2, the second season. It is episode 23, and you know what to do as always. If you want to see the reaction, just go down into my descriptions down here. Follow the link, replace the circumflex dot parts with real dots, and enjoy the reaction. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear me out about this episode. So, see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Okay, first things first, because I forgot it before recording, let's look, that's a good one, just for a picture for the background at the moment. I wrote down quite a lot this time. I think I did not write down so much last episode, but this time there's quite a bit more. So, I remember that in the intro I said, what if the intro song is not about Senjugahara's viewpoint, but about the viewpoint of Kaiki? That would be, I mean, it is not impossible. It is about love, and overall, the series until now was about love. So I never thought about what is in it for Kaiki, what or who does he love? There was this game they played, which Aragi take seriously, that Senjugahara's first crush is Kaiki, and she's saying that was not true. He acted as though it was like that. What if? I mean, they may be playing like not, but what if? Just take it in your mind. It would be interesting. He's playing with her in many ways on different levels. So he requests to be kind of invited to food, like a date. Seriously. Then she is clearly out of money. I mean, not so much of a problem. She gave him possibly everything she had. And he is making her go to a kind of a restaurant. Here it is. I mean, that's a cheap one, but still she just orders water. Yes, she could like water, but maybe it's because she's out of money, and he orders different stuff. I like the fact that she steals from him. So she's not allowing him to invite her, because by doing so, he would be, how to say it, she would owe him, you know? Ignoring the fact he would invite her from her money, which she gave him, but he would do something more neither nice for her, but she would feel like she would owe him. And stealing is okay because she doesn't like him, so stealing from him is fine. I can see her reasoning here. It's a nice idea. He opened up about the fact that he already talked to Nadeko and views her as he says, an airhead. She doesn't have all marbles. I really like that statement later on. I really like it. And she's easy to deceive. I was a bit surprised about that in the beginning, but his explanation is fitting. She simply doesn't understand it. She simply doesn't get it. And even small things she takes as incredible serious, as incredible to be handled, which is why she can't go with something small. She goes for, I have to kill Aragi and Senjugahara, instead of, you know, I just hate them or whatever, punish them in other ways. She goes for the kill instead. So I think she's kind of dangerous by doing so. And so a god with some kind of problems is still a god and a problem. Because if you are angry and you shout at someone and you smash as example a window, that's not nice, but it's happening. If a god is angry and smashes stuff, he smashes mountains, he or she, and destroys villages. That's a problem here. What if Nadeko is, however, finding out she's tricked by Kaiki, and then goes crazy, then goes berserk? She will destroy the town. So I see Gaen's point later on, which I will talk about as well. Nadeko is very immature. Yeah, that's something we learned already before, so it's fitting. And even as a god, she didn't change. it's interesting that she got kind of more immature. Well, child goddess, what shall I say? I wasn't sure when Senjugahara came back from the one room, and she had reddened eyes, and I was like, was she crying? And he pointed that out. So I don't know. I kind of would have liked if he wouldn't have, so that I might have guessed, because that was my idea. It was like he was taking it from me, as strange as it is. So it's once again the fact, as he even points out, she wasn't crying for her own benefit, for the fact that she will survive. She was very likely crying for the fact that Aragi will be safe. So once again, the love between those two is strong. I like it. It's a very good thing. And although Kaiki might be acting as though he doesn't care at all, the last episodes, this episode, and the discussion later on with Ononoki, shows very much that he does care. So I see some of your comments here. Yeah, which brings me to the discussion with Ononoki. So she was sent by Gaen to inform Kaiki to stop doing what he's doing, to leave the town, to not mess with Nadeko. Even though Ononoki herself says it's very likely you will trick her. The problem is, as I already discussed, if it goes wrong, the town is done. And Gaen doesn't want that. So Gaen kind of feels like it's her town. She has her very own master plan with this town. Which brings the question in me. In this master plan, how is Shinobu Meme fitting in? I mean, he left. So how much of him being there and Shinobu being there is part of the plan of Gaen? How much did she has her finger in it in the past episodes we have seen and the past seasons? One might only guess, but she seems to have a bigger plan. She wanted Shinobu, if we trust in Ononoki, she wanted Shinobu to become the god that now instead is Nadeko. So I'm still not sure how it happened. I mean, I remember Nadeko became the god because she was kind of angry with Aragi, and she wanted to have like a solution. The powers in the shrine, at the shrine, were still there. They were used for some time travel, as we had, and for different stuff. We had Aragi and Shinobu facing the snake, this dual snake, which was after Nadeko some time ago. I kind of feel like it should be something about Hachikuji, that her being there as the snail maybe delayed Shinobu somehow, but I don't see where. Which is mainly because Aragi holds her back. The fact that she's gone, he holds that back. And I ask myself if this holding back is somehow influencing the story. As I said, I'm very unsure about why it happened. So however, Gaen wanted Shinobu to become the god, and it was Nadeko instead, without Gaen's doing. So someone else influenced. There are not so many characters we know. I mean, sure, Aragi is like one major player here, but seeing that Gaen knows so much, shouldn't she have kind of seen him and what he does there? I have no idea. Which brings me back to Kaiki. So, he gets offered 3 million, which he takes by lying. Okay, so at least he goes for the money. But before he does that, he denies it. So he first goes for, okay, 3 million. Nope, I will continue. So he got 100,000 from Senjugahara, which is nothing compared. And he really has, from the first view, no personal reasons to continue. Why should he? So I see many of you posting in the last 2 episode comments, Kaiki best girl. And I can more and more understand why. Because the question is, what is his reasoning to help Senjugahara and Aragi here? They are supposed to be his enemies, and he's helping them a lot right now. And he clearly doesn't do it for the money, as we know by now. Otherwise he would have pulled out the 3 million now. His statement to do it to meet a specific girl is, well, I don't know. It still feels like, nah. Especially because he's in the town now and he never visited her, as far as we know. And when I got informed that Gaen is his senpai, and he still goes against her, and he knows that she's dangerous. I mean, there's no question that Gaen is a very influential and dangerous person. He still goes against her. I really have to question his reasoning now. And there seems to be more here. And that's a question. Is he feeling some kind of responsibility for Senjugahara, although he doesn't want to admit it? Is it really that there was like a crush between those two and he just doesn't want to admit it? So I have in the back of my mind that we always have the constant theme of love in this series. And right now I'm searching for what kind of love might it be here from Kaiki towards possibly Senjugahara. Waiting for it. I'm not completely sure. So much about Gaen and the senpai idea. Yes, and he finally goes back to the shrine. He once again goes for Nadeko. He uses the money that he lied from Ononoki. So he's still going with 10,000 each time he visits. And he promises her to do it 100 times, which is 1 million. So I learned in the beginning that Kaiki is a person who's incredibly focused on money. And that he likes money and, well, okay, he kind of wastes his money as well. But he wants to be paid for money for everything he does. And now he's spending money in huge amounts for talking to Nadeko just to help out Senjugahara. Which just spurs on my last discussion. So what he asks for is a prosperous business. Seeing that she's a god, yeah, that's very fitting. And he has a lot of business. So, possibly. However, he doesn't specify it, and I really look forward to how he will, on the one hand, try possibly to get like a benefit out of her being God, and on the other hand, telling the lie to her that Aragi and Senjugahara died in a car accident. And if she really will believe it this easily, we will see. We have someone following him. I am not sure who. I would kind of guess it might be one of the Fire Sisters. I mean, they had a run-in in the past, and it wasn't so good. I don't think it's one of Gaen's followers. Why? I mean, she's not in the town, as Ononoki said, so... And I don't see why Ononoki should follow him. So yeah, I guess it's one of the Fire Sisters. Aragi wouldn't follow him. He would kind of face him more neither directly. And we've seen what happened. Hanekawa is, as far as we know, not around. Although that might be interesting, because he's kind of interested into her already. So having a meeting between Kaiki and Hanekawa, or Hanekawa Cat even, would be a nice one as well. Yeah. And we end up with the question, what the heck is in this locker? So the question is, how did Nadeko become as she is now? What made her so weird, so marble losing, if you know what I mean. Her parents clearly do love her and do miss her and are searching for her. Although it is not pointed out that the police is searching, I guess they did a search warrant. But they, on the other hand, are clearly shaken off the idea of opening this locker. So, I have no idea. Kaiki is surprised, which means something as well. I ask myself if she is going completely wild, like, I don't know, a twin sister who is in the locker. Or something like that. I really don't know. I really don't know, but I look forward to it. It will be for sure interesting. So that's it for this time. I hope you liked. As always, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Please don't spoil. And until the next time, my name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.